And now, we'd like to feature...
One, two, three. Ladies and gentlemen, can you believe it? We've done it again. We're always here every week for you. We are the Red Hot Underdogs. I almost said dogs under. You can call us dogs under. You can call us underdogs. Whatever you do, don't forget, with me tonight is Julie. I am Anzac. And with me tonight is the ever incredible, long-contained, often imitated, never duplicated. I'm never going to get this introduction right. Please put your hands together for the, did I just say ever incredible, long-contained, often imitated, and never duplicated? I can't even remember. Put your hands together.
Hey, buddy. Hello, everybody. Welcome once again to the 100% shit hot podcast. 99% shit, 1% hot.
Yeah.
So here we are.
But
once again for
100%
another
podcast. 100%
100% podcast.
Yeah.
Correct. Absolutely.
Shit hot.
And you
Shit
know
hot.
what? I want to just cancel out all the formalities and pleasantries and once again have a great big hot wet muff dive into the state of origin straight off the bat. Let's get into it.
Let's
Because
get
it's what
into it.
everybody wants to hear, let's be honest.
They do.
Yeah.
They do. That's why we're here. We're not here for our looks. We're here for our witty conversations.
Well, yeah, you can use that term loosely, but anyway, amazing. Absolutely amazing. Congratulations, New South Wales. They came for the smoke. They came for the strife. They came from the University of Fucked Your Wife.
Oh.
All killer, no filler, and they were prepared to win the thriller.
Oh my goodness.
Bloody congratulations.
Wow. Did you make that up then, or was that a thing?
No. I'm venting a lot of pepped up emotion here. This has been boiling for the last 15 years. We've barely got a crumb. We've barely had a look in. And your boy is absolutely boiled to the brim, but in a good way.
Yeah. Well, before you go into details of the game, can I tell you my experience just quickly? Is that okay?
Absolutely.
I finished work. I turned it on. It's 0-0, right? 0-0. And then I'm driving, listening to it, but like it's playing in my car, but I'm listening to it. I wouldn't watch rugby league and drive a car at the same time. I may not be the smartest tool in the shed, but I'm not,
or the sharpest.
Anyway, you know what
I know what you mean.
I'm not a psychopath.
No, wingman. I got you.
Yeah. And Ariana gets me to pick up this shit from Gumtree for free. I don't know if anybody else has this. Do you get that? Does your missus make you pick up free shit from Gumtree? It's not even Gumtree.
No, she just collects everything and we just never throw it out and it becomes like a hoarder house. But I don't have to pick up shit.
Well, I pick up shit.
That's your deal.
I pick up shit all the time. That's all I ever do is pick up shit. So, and she's like, okay, pick this up. And I'm like, you know what? Whatever. I'm listening to the rugby league. I'm enjoying it. I'm driving. No one's breaking my balls. So listening, 0-0-0. And I'm driving. I pick up some shit. I'm driving. I'm almost home. And I drive past the car. And then, have I told you this story? Have I told it to you?
No, you're telling him, and you're telling it now.
Okay. And boom, something hits the windscreen on my car, as I'm driving. And I'm like, whoa. And I couldn't even see out of the windscreen. I had to do when you do the, not out the window because it's nighttime out the,
I got you.
Yeah. So I'm driving, listening to the game, driving. And so I got home and look at the car and I'm like, I don't even know what it is. I don't know what it is. I want to watch the rugby league, but I can't leave whatever this is on my car, right?
Nah, fuck it. Just watch the rugby league. Anyway, continue.
No, you don't know what it is. It could be anything. And in that situation, would you smell it, Drew, or would you not smell it?
I'd be watching the rugby league. But continue.
Okay. So I flicked it off my windscreen and I smelt it and I couldn't smell it, And then I thought, well, I got to get it off. So I sprayed it off with the hose, right? This is a story. I'll get to it.
Yeah.
Then right, listen. And then I go in and I've missed everything. Like New South Wales has scored twice. So this bloody thing that crashed onto my windscreen that I found out what must have been an egg because it was egg bits the next day, which has damaged my paint, has completely ruined the game. So I don't know anything about it because somebody egged me. And was that a sign from God for going for Queensland being from New South Wales? Was that a sign?
100% it was, but I'll fill everyone in on what happened.
And me.
And you, because karma bit you in the ass.
Yeah.
Anyway, so New South Wales
more egged me in the face than bit me in the ass, but yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
New South Wales ended up winning the game 14 points to 4 at Suncorp Stadium. May as well have been a library by the end of it because nobody was cheering up there. It was great from a New South Wales person to shit on that birth cake.
It took me a while to think, why are you calling it a library?
Yeah. That Queensland spirit very quickly became a myth.
Yeah.
People piled out of Suncorp Stadium like somebody had ripped an egg fart on a dance floor.
Oh, yeah.
This so-called stadium that people have been force-feeding us for fucking years. Where is it? Isn't spirit meant to happen when the chips are down?
Yeah.
Where were you when the presentation was there? Just a few New South Wales people. Yeah. I know Queenslanders are going to come at me and say, oh, well, will New South Wales do the same? No. We're not the ones who for years have permeated this narrative of having this great big mythical spirit. So the same rule doesn't apply to us. You had this layered thing where you're trying to make the Smurfs movie into some sort of Shakespearean masterpiece and nuanced spirit. Load of rubbish. Anyway, getting onto the nuts and bolts and the bones of the game.
Okay.
2-0 in the first half.
Yeah, low scoring. We said it'd be low scoring, right? You said you thought Queensland would win, but we always said this is not going to be a blowout like the other two,
No, it was massive bash and barge, big collisions. I will give Queensland some begrudging spirit. They more than held their own.
Yep.
So did New South Wales. It was some of the best rugby league you've ever seen in the first half. It goes to show that you don't need a whole heap of tries and points to prove that you can watch an enjoyable game and have it 2-0 in the first half.
Except for soccer, no, that's
true.
Yeah. It's rugby league. It's okay to watch league when it's 2-0 or 0-0, but soccer, it never gets better than that. Let's be specific.
I completely agree. So Valentine Holmes scored a penalty goal. In the 40th minute, right before the siren. That if he hadn't have got that penalty goal, it would have been a 0-0 half, which would have been quite amazing.
Yeah.
Then in the second half,
what was the penalty for? I didn't even see it. What was it for?
I can't remember.
Yeah, that doesn't.
Something like holding someone down or something. You know what? I got so caught up in the theatre and the action of the game.
Yeah.
I wasn't too concerned with the specifics of each penalty. I was just more mesmerised by the bash and barge and no fucks given attitude by two of the teams. So in the 46th minute, Lomax kicked a penalty goal. And then in the 63rd minute, then that made it 2-2. In the 63rd minute, Valentine Holmes for Queensland kicked a penalty goal, and then it was 4-2.
Jesus.
So with 15 minutes remaining, Queensland were leading 4-2. And then came broken play,
Yeah.
where Connor Watson, one of the reserves, came on for New South Wales. He just managed to offload a messy pass out the back, got it to Jerome Luai, who cut straight through the Queensland defence, passed it off to Bradman Best on the wing, who came in for Latrell Mitchell. Now, Bradman Best had a bit to do here.
He was good.
He palmed off fellow Newcastle Knights player, Dane Gagai, ran over the top of fellow Newcastle Knights player, Kalen Ponga, scored a try, said, "I'll see you at training.
See you
Fuck
tomorrow.
you.
Yeah.
It's time to take the lead, boys." And he filled in for Latrell Mitchell, and not even Latrell Mitchell could have pulled off that play that Bradman Best did at that period of time.
Yeah, wow.
I'm not saying Bradman Best is better than Latrell Mitchell, but Latrell Mitchell couldn't have done that play any better at that specific point in time.
You're not saying he's the best.
Who?
Bradman. Best.
He was on that night.
Oh,
he was fucking good.
Okay. Yeah.
He wasn't man of the match, but he was bloody good, mate.
Yeah.
He was bloody good.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then that was wonderful. That put us up 8-4. And then in the 68th minute, the defence started to get really tired for Queensland. And Mitchell Mose feigned to pass, got past Harry Grant, did a swerve round Tabuai Fidow, under the posts, giddy up, 14-4 in the 68th minute, and there was a holding pattern after that in both defence and attack.
Game over.
Game over.
If I knew the sound for Pac-Man when you die, I'd say it.
Beautiful.
You know?
Chasing the ghosts.
Yeah, chasing the ghosts.
He's eating up the bloody Queensland ghosts.
Can I just ask, I did see, in my egg washing, episode, which was the last one. Egging, cleaning up the egg. That, I saw Cherry Evans not get punched in the head. It was like a push in the head. And then someone, am I right? Someone on the bench got sent off. Is that right?
Yeah, there was a big handbags at 10 paces kind of scuffle, and it spilled over onto the sideline. Cameron Murray from the New South Wales bench ran 30 metres to join in. And I think it was mainly because Brian To'o, the New South Wales player, had about 3 or 4 maroons on him. So it's like, shit, I'm not going to stand by and watch this. And there were other New South Wales involved. Moliola Kawatu, who wasn't even playing, got suspended for joining in. He joined in the ruckus in a suit. So while the rest were wearing a jersey, he was wearing an Armani. But, you know.
Well, maybe not Armani, maybe Lowe's. Let's be
maybe Lowe's. Although I don't know. They get pretty good money, these rugby league players.
I reckon Lowe's. I reckon it'd be one of those $55 from those jobs. But so someone from the bench got sent off. Yet, when you send someone off from the bench, they actually took. I mean, who decides?
Yeah, So poor old Mitch Barnett got hooked from the actual playing arena.
Why?
He did nothing wrong. He's had to pay the penalty for Cameron Murray's indiscretion from the bench.
Why him?
I don't know. They just probably said, "You're not the coolest kid in the crew. We choose you."
Yeah, well, that's, wouldn't you be upset with some other mug, getting
swings and roundabouts. Sometimes you're the hammer, sometimes you're the nail.
Has this ever happened before in the history of rugby league or sport where people get carded that aren't on the field when and who, and can you remember it?
I'm sure it has, but I can't tell you right now.
Well, I let you think something similar was that game we were at when Manly played Storm, the Battle of Brookvale, and they remember Glenn Stewart he'd already been sent off, right? And he was walking off, and then there was a blue. They sent the next bloke off, and then there was a blue off field. I mean, but that was a little bit different than this, but kind of same bucket of
But you know what? That was 16 years ago. I can barely remember what I did 16 seconds ago.
is that 16
But
years ago?
I
Oh,
get your point. Yeah,
16
yeah. Time
years ago.
flies. Time flies, big guy.
16
Uh,
years. Jesus.
I know. It's a hand on the head
Anyway,
moment, isn't it?
I just wanted to ask, can you ever remember someone not on the field being sent off? And your answer is no.
A solid no. That's
Yep.
right. But the basic bones of the game, if
Yeah.
I could sum it up in one way, was basically Mitchell Moses, our halfback, played a phenomenal role in having a wonderful kicking game, kicking it deep, kicking it to corners, kicking it where Queensland didn't want it. Our forwards dominated territory, and we just kept pushing Queensland back. And they did try. I give them their flowers. I give them their credit. They didn't stop. But it was just too much of an uphill battle because the forwards for New South Wales really did lay the platform for Mitchell Moses to have a great kicking game and put Queensland on the back foot, so that in the forwards, the likes of Yeo, Crichton, Haas, Murray and Martin could do their job and really bog down the Queenslanders. And that was basically, so even when Queensland were winning on the scoreboard at a particular time, it was a case of they were winning the battle, but they were losing the war. And pressure busts pipes, and you got the feeling that sooner or later, the New South Wales pressure would be far too much for Queensland to bear, and it was, and it shone through in the end with the 2 tries in the 65th minute and the 68th minute.
Okay, fantastic. Well,
yeah. So
anything else you want to talk about State of Origin, or let's move on?
I was just glad that all of those Queenslanders huddled into a stadium filled with 52,457 people to see the Maroons score a total of 0 tries, a big fat chalky donut.
Yeah.
One other parting shot will be at Billy Slater, the coach. Okay, I'm not going to rubbish him too much, but there was a lot of conjecture because they thought that he should have picked David Fafita, and I think he should have too. It would have added some starch to Queensland at the back end of the game. I would have had him on at the 20 minutes to go at the end of the first half and 20 minutes to go at the end of the second half, because he's a big, strong, powerful unit. And Queenslanders were baying for him to be in. I think Billy missed a trick. For me, it was like a 90-year-old going to a brothel and not bringing his packet of Viagra, but accidentally bringing a box of Tic Tacs.
Oh, yep. We've all done
He
that
missed the mark with that one.
Yeah.
So that's about all. And congratulations once again.
Can you get blue Tic Tacs? Can you get blue Tic Tacs?
I don't think so, but there might be a market for blueberry Tic Tacs.
Yeah.
But you know what? They could be orange, but at 90 years old, your sight's gone anyway. So he's probably seeing the wrong colour as it is. The last thing I'll just say on it, congratulations, Michael Maguire and the boys. Michael Maguire played the icy core alpha male, no fucks given in the lead up. I think he outcoached Billy Slater and kind of got under his skin to a certain degree, because Billy Slater's that kid that's the good-looking guy, head of the debating team, gets all the girls, wins all the trophies, wasn't used to being under the pump and didn't particularly handle it that well this time. And neither did his players. There was a bit of niggle and tantrums on there. But well done, New South Wales. Bad luck, Queensland. And better luck next year up north.
Up north. All right. So what's the next thing on the block? What's the next thing on the chopping block? More rugby?
The other thing,
I
was going to go to Wimbledon.
Wimbledon,
actually.
yeah.
We can get to rugby league at another time soon, maybe again in the podcast. But at this stage, 21-year-old Carlos Alcaraz beat my favourite player of all time and the greatest player of all time.
Greatest player, yes, definitely.
Who has 24 majors. 24. The next best is Nadal at 22. And the one after him is Federer at 20.
20.
And Djokovic has a better head-to-head than both of those, as well as winning more majors, puts him as the greatest. But this isn't about Djokovic. let me preface this. This is about Alcaraz
Yep.
and 21 years old
Yep.
with 4 majors under his belt.
Yep.
Absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, he was just he schooled the Joker, didn't he? He actually at no stage did there was a bit of Djokovic, comeback, but never a break back, and
No.
yeah, so
No. The closest he got was at the end, the tie break. The
Yep.
final score was Alcaraz winning 6-2, 6-2, 7-6,
huge
wrapping it up in straight sets.
straight sets.
So it had me thinking, what was I doing at 21? Well,
Yeah,
here's a little bio file.
Yeah.
I was on minimum wage.
minimum wage.
I was having a little bit of a wank every day, eat,
Yeah.
sleep, repeat.
Yeah,
Minimum wage, wank, eat, sleep, repeat.
and drinking.
What am I doing at 47?
Same
Exactly the same thing.
Yeah, but
Without.
Well, you're drinking more when you're 21.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although the only thing is now I do 9 out of 10 sexual advances from my missus get rejected, but
Yeah.
I do get the odd route here and there. So
Yeah,
I'm not serving up against the wall all the time. I have the occasional hit out with a hitting partner.
9 out of 10's not that bad, like
Yeah, I know. It's not that
99
bad.
out of 100, it's not that bad. You can get worse than that. That's all I'm saying. You can get more downhill than that.
No, 9 out of 10 are rejected. I'm only hitting it 1 out of 10.
Yeah. 1 out of 10's not too bad.
Yeah, it's okay, I guess.
Yeah. It's
But
okay. Yeah.
It did have me thinking though.
Yeah.
For a long time in a game of buy, sell or hold on whether Djokovic would reach 30 majors.
Yeah.
I'm now officially not going to say hold. I'm going to say sell.
Yeah.
I know it sounds unfair to do it off the back of one performance.
Yeah.
But he's 37.
Yeah.
He's
Injuries.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's not getting any younger.
Yeah. Yep.
Do I think he can get 25 majors? Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Do I think he can get to 26? I do, but I think that's the extreme maximum.
Yeah. Oh wow. Look, there could be 1 or 2 more. There really could be.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 26 is wait. What is he on 24? Yeah.
He's on 24.
I really want him to get to 25 because at 25 he's got more than Margaret Court, as we discussed.
You really don't like Margaret Court,
I just think she's a dirty, disgusting ass, fucking smelly, lesbian bitch face. And she's horrible. She's a horrible person. Sorry to tell you this, Margaret Court, if you happen to watch this, but I don't like you. And who would you rather be the best? Like, technically, she's got that greatest of all time record. I know it was before the whoop-de-doo, before the open era or whatever, so it's technically easier. But regardless, I'd rather the Joker have it, than this Margaret Court lesbian ghost face hovering overhead. Yeah, there you go.
I love the fact that you said Margaret Court, if you're watching this, as if she's an avid watcher of the Red Hot Underdogs with all of our 7 viewers.
She's no underdog, let's face it.
Hey, you never know.
No, she's no underdog. Yeah. Who knows? Maybe Joker watches this podcast. Maybe the man does.
Maybe he does. So that was 3-3 in the head-to-head with Alcaraz and Joker.
Yeah.
But Alcaraz has a hell of a lot more upside. He's only 21.
Yeah.
And he's only going to get better.
Yeah.
So Alcaraz won the US Open in 2022.
Yep.
Obviously, he won the French Open this year.
Yep.
He's won Wimbledon this year.
Yep.
And he beat Djokovic again last year in 2023, rounding out his 4 majors.
Yeah,
the only one he hasn't won is Australia.
And wouldn't that be great for him to come to Australia? Well, actually, I'd like Joker to win. If he was going to get one more, the best competition, I mean, for us is Australia. because it's on at a
Yeah.
decent time. Like it's just impossible for us to stay up at fucking 1 a.m. and 2 a.m. It's just bullshit, But
It
this
is.
part of living in this country that we have to deal with. And
Yeah.
I'd love either of those to win
Yeah.
the Aussie Open.
I hate it when I have to mix my Red Bull with my coffee just to stay awake.
Yep.
So when looking at the game, I was thinking, now I can't take anything away from Alcaraz because it was an absolute clinic. The
Yep.
guy was sensational and he's got a brilliant career ahead.
Yep.
I was thinking, was it the fact that Alcaraz was simply brilliant? Or is the Joker on a bit of the decline? And then I came to the theory it might just have been somewhere in between.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. It's a bit of both,
It's a bit of both.
Salt and pepper, it's a bit of
Salt
both.
and pepper, like the side of my hair.
Exactly. It's salt and pepper. Yep.
I just think that there's a lot of excitement if you're an Alcaraz fan.
Yeah.
I'll never jump on the Alcaraz bandwagon as him being my number one favorite, but I'll jump on a bandwagon of sorts because I love the guy.
Yeah.
He's friendly, he's charismatic, he's a good sport, and he's a fucking good tennis player.
And
who
humble.
Completely took my guy, the Joker, to school and fed him his lunch.
Humble,
so
Drewy. He's humble, like saying that stuff.
Humble.
Yeah, he doesn't think he's a champion yet, which is ridiculous. Like the guy is a champion. Even if he doesn't win any more, full stop, he is a dead set champion. He's a dead set champion. Yeah.
It's actually a brilliant point you raised. And this is what makes me think in a game of buy, sell, or hold of whether Alcaraz can eventually beat or equal Djokovic's majors record. I'm on hold with him because he's only 21, won 4 majors already.
Yeah.
He's been in 4 majors finals and won 100% of them, 4 from 4.
Yeah.
But the fact that he doesn't consider himself a major star right now only holds him in great stead because it shows that he's not gassing himself up.
True.
It makes him dangerous. It means that he's going to keep going to the grindstone to work on and perfect his craft.
You can feel it, can't you? You can feel that it just feels like this is the beginning of an awesome player, not someone peaking, not someone, like going down. This is the beginning, Age, getting better. He's knocking off the best. Drewy, we've done this to death. Let's move on to the next thing on the topic. Yeah, but totally agree. Totally agree.
Yeah, congratulations, Alcaraz.
Congratulations.
His trajectory is like me after I've had a blue pill. Congratulations. You're on the fucking rise.
Yes, on the rise.
So, what do you want to get to the Euros?
Sure, we can talk a little bit about that.
Yeah. So, Spain ended up beating England 2-1.
Yep.
So, for Spain, Williams scored in the 47th minute. Nothing says Spain more than the surname Williams.
Yeah. Where's he from?
For England,
is he from England? Like,
Yeah, I think. Look, I might be wrong. Is Williams English or Welsh? I think it might be an English surname. I'm not sure. I don't know the origin of surnames.
Yeah, but it's definitely not Espanol.
It's definitely not Espanol. And for England, old Palmer, scored in the 73rd minute.
Yep.
To tie it up at 1-1.
Yep, 1-1. Palmer's a Palmer. Palmer is very, very Aussie. That name, Palmer. Not Aussie. I mean, British kind of
Anglo-Saxon.
Anglo-Saxon. Yeah, Anglo-Saxon.
It's a very white name, and don't all you woke enthusiasts ring and melt down the switchboard.
You can't say colours. No, you can't say white. Can't say white, black, brown, red. You can't say any colours. No.
The person of the lighter complexion called Palmer scored in the 73rd minute.
10-minute warning, cuz. 10-minute warning.
Thank you, big guy. Beautiful.
Yep. All right. And there was one more goal, wasn't there, that crushed the...
Yes, from Spain.
Yep.
Koirathabal in the 86th minute.
Yep.
And I'm sure I completely butchered his name, so don't get me to repeat the fucking thing.
Yeah. Good.
But in the cold light of day, let's be honest, Spain deserved to win not only the game, but the tournament.
Yeah.
They were the best team throughout the whole thing. They
Agreed.
won 6 of 6 games.
Yep.
England had 2 draws along the way.
Yep.
And you have to give your full props to Spain. What are your thoughts?
I think they're the best. And I was kind of going for England a bit, and I've never gone for them before. But when I did hear, because I've got a few English mates, so I would have been happy for them that they won. But I saw a few of those faces of the Pommies crying in the crowds when they lost, and it made me very happy and reminded me there's nothing better than watching the Poms lose at anything, especially something that they really, really love and care about, which is soccer. Yeah. So
those scenes of the crying and the tears from England,
yeah.
that was like reminiscent of when they're actually forced to have a shower.
Yeah.
So
Like
there was a lot of that going on.
That time of the month, you got to have a shower. Oh, I do. Yeah. It's true. Yeah. Once a month.
For other countries, that time of the month is time for someone to have their, rags.
Yeah.
For England, it's their time to have a shower.
Shower time. Yeah. Shower time. Yeah.
And the Copa America.
Yeah, Copa America. Yeah.
Argentina won 1-0 over the Colombians.
Yep. They must have snorted a little bit less cocaine.
Yeah. I said on last show,
yeah,
if Colombia win, I'm going to pull out the razor blade, I'm going to pull out the mirror, and I'm going to do a freaking line. This is coming from someone who doesn't drink, smoke, or take drugs.
Yeah.
But
you're going to, what are you going to do now? Yeah, what are you going to do?
Unfortunately, Mr. Martinez in the 112th minute of
into
overtime put pay to my dream. Thank you, Mr. Martinez. You fucked up my dream.
I'd imagine having to watch fucking soccer for 112 minutes, right? And no goals. That's like fucking, could you think of anything more painful than 112 minutes of fucking nothing? And then right at the end, you lose. Like, fuck that. Seriously, fuck that. Nothing worse.
I actually could. Queensland winning a series 3-0. Yes, that would be worse for me. But Was there anything else that you felt you need to get off your chest?
Oh, just, maybe about Manly. We're playing, what do you think? What are your predictions for Manly? We have to get Manly in there. So we play, what do we play?
Who are we freaking playing? I should know this. I've had a blank. Isn't this terrible? 2 of the most avid Manly supporters forget who they're meant to be playing this week.
No, I got it here, cuz. I got it here. Manly play. Oh, of course, it's Titans with Desi. Desi's coming.
That's right.
4 o'clock.
I had a complete and utter mental brain fart. There's just too much sport going on.
Yeah. But that's good. That's good. Now, look, so and, Desi's coming back. There was a lot of talk about, is Desi going to be respected and this and that? But, like people forget that Desi's an amazing player for Manly. They forget that, don't they? The Manly fans.
An amazing player and an amazing coach.
Yeah.
So
he's
been the double.
Yeah.
I expect Manly to win this. I would be disappointed if we didn't.
Yeah.
I think we're the better side.
Yep.
Titans have been fantastic this year. They've improved out of sight under Dez's reign, but I think that it would be a fail if we lost this. We should win.
Manly's won the last 3. Titans have won the last 3. So
yeah.
And we're
evenly poised.
Back to full strength. Travojevic, Tommy's back in fullback and just shining. We smashed them last week, the Cowboys, right?
Yep.
No, the Knights. Sorry, we smashed the Knights last week.
We smashed the Knights. We smashed the Knights last week.
Yep.
This will be a good game. Fingers crossed. Go Manly. We need the win. And D-Day for the Broncos. The Broncos can't afford to lose any more games. They're playing the Knights, who we absolutely annihilated last week.
Yep. Good. I
That's
reckon
an
the Knights are going to
interesting
be
game.
the Knights are going to be good. I really think though. And that best guy, he is on form. He's going to come back confident as fuck after that. Confident as fuck.
Yeah, they've got Best, Ponga, and Gagai back. That's a real 50-50 game for me because the Broncos are just so short on confidence, mentally, emotionally, spiritually.
Yep.
They're kind of shot and shock and they're sort of shattered and rattled this year.
Yep.
It's really come down to, the last gasp for them.
Yep. And
which I wouldn't have ever foresaw leading into this year.
What about tonight? The big game, Roosters versus Storm. Huge game.
Let's get onto that one.
Roosters versus Storm.
I'm predicting the Roosters.
Yeah. Well, and so are the punters as well. Like they're the favourites. And and why? Why are they the favourites?
I've got my own theory. I think these days they've got a slightly better roster.
Yeah.
They're in good form. I think people see more potential future upside for them at this point in the season. I think they've been winning their games more convincingly than the Storm. But one thing I will say in the Storm's favour, convincing or not, the Storm have still been winning. There's a hell of a lot to be said for that.
And top of the table by a couple of wins.
Yeah.
It just even shocks me. I know we spoke last week about how the Roosters are even more favourites to win the competition than the Storm. I just don't get it. I really don't get it. Like, have they? Because I had a bit of a look at, the Roosters lineup. Do they have an easy run home the next 7 games? But they don't. And
no.
They don't at all. They've got some tough games. They're just expecting them to smash it.
Yeah, I think it's more of just emotional response for what people see coming forward based on past games. Storm haven't been blowing sides away. They haven't been winning that convincingly, but guess what? They're such an awesome side that they've still been freaking winning. So I'm not mad at you for picking Storm. I think it's quite a sensible tip.
Yeah.
But I'm with a lot of other people and are going on potential and what I feel right now.
But also, I'll tell you why I'm going for Storm. It's because our mate Rich told me that, when Storm win, if you download the app for grilled, grilled burgers that the Storm. And when Storm win, you get a buy one burger, get one free.
Wow.
Okay. So I signed up. And, it said, pick your favorite team. So I didn't pick Manly. I picked Storm because I thought I want those free burgers. And then I've found out since that, whatever team you pick, if you pick Manly and Manly win, then you get a buy one free burger on the Monday after the game, right? But I've picked Storm because I thought that, it was false information, it was fake news. It was fake. Yes. So if Storm win, I get a buy one, get one free burger from Grilled. But Drewy, I reckon get on that, but make sure you pick Manly as your team, not Storm, as I stuffed up and did that. Yep. That's the reason why.
Correct. But that's not unlike you to think of your stomach first.
Yep. Which I love those grilled burgers. I got to admit,
mate, it's great motivation. I don't blame you. I think that's.
I know we've got less than a minute to go. But
sure,
there's Dolphins tomorrow. I reckon Dolphins. This is their biggest challenge yet, and this is what I'm going to say as well. I reckon Storm, Panthers, Roosters will get top 3. In an order. And I reckon 4th will be Dolphins or Manly. I'm calling it now, Drew.